you after a sturdy wallet that can take a hyper beam, look cute like a Gardevoir, and be slim like a Sudowoodo? Well, I got you covered. Introducing the Ridge Wallet. A slim, sexy way to carry around your cards and cash. I've used the Ridge Wallet for over 69 years now. The Ridge Wallet comes in a variety of styles to suit your everyday needs. These are some of the wallet styles I like the best, like the carbon fiber, the titanium, the gold. Really nice, cool designs to make you stand out. They also have some neat products to complement your wallet, like a bottle opener, pens, backpacks, charging, knives, you name it. You can get 10% off your purchase today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/pip9. Yes, that's right, ridge.com/pip9, and use code PIP9, link in the description of the video. Cheers, Ridge, for the channel sponsor. What's up with you? For today's video, with a full Titan Pokemon team. There are 7 different kinds of Titan Pokemon that appear in Scarlet and Violet, and there's a couple of version exclusives too. I'll be doing 2 different teams using all 7 Pokemon for your entertainment. I've got Klawf, Bombirdier, Orthworm, Great Tusk, Iron Treads, Dondozo, and Tatsugiri. So some really cool Pokemon today. Let's get into it. I've got 3 battles today, and these are really, really good. If you enjoy the videos, people, and you want to help support the channel, make sure you do drop a like and a comment below. Tell me which Titan Pokemon you think was the coolest. Alright, we got a battle here. Not really sure what my opponent's name is. Someone could, of course, can translate that if they like. And they've got a Charizard lead, man. I've never seen Charizard in my life. It's so rare. So I've got a Lurking Steel as a start here, and I've got a quality Pip Night meme set here, which actually took a lot of people off guard. So we got a special Orthworm. I'm rolling Steel Beam, Earth Power, Hyper Beam, and Terra Blast. I'm going to put on my clown hat there and go into a Water Terra type. Now, Charizard's going to go for a Fire Blast here. Getting played like a fiddle, I can go for Terra Blast Water and hit it for super effective damage. I've got Choice Specs, Max Health, and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature. You wouldn't read about the amount of Charizards and Fire-type Pokemon that I actually got this to work against. Like, I'm not even using a physical set and it's working well. Next Pokemon is going to be Dragonite. Now, I can't do anything with a Water-type move against Dragonite. I was maybe thinking about breaking its multi-scales. Like, nah, there's no point. I don't want to waste it yet. So swapping out there and going into Stony Cliff. Now, this is Klawf, of course, and Dragonite's gone from from down under, and that has done a lot of damage to me and also paralyzed me at the same time. Now, Klawf's ability, Anger Shell, is going to activate because I have fallen below 50% health, which is going to give me a special attack rise, an attack rise, and a speed rise. The interesting thing about Anger Shell, when it pops up as an animation, for some reason, every single stat pops up instead of just one, like, Shell Smash. So it's kind of weird how they did that. Anyway, so we got Citrus Berry as the item here. And I've got the moves Crab Hammer, Stone Miss, X-Scissor, and Substitute. Citrus Berry is kind of handy with Substitute as well. And we've got the EV spread, Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature. So Dragonite is going to dodge a Stone Miss and it's going to KO me with the Thunder. You wouldn't read about it. So poor little Klawf is, not swimming in the wharf. Now, I'm going to go into the next Pokemon, which is Bombirdier. Now, Klawf will come back in the next couple of battles. So this is an interesting Pokemon. This has got a really interesting ability called Rocky Payload. Now, what Rocky Payload does, it actually boosts the power of Rock-type moves by 1.5 times, which is kind of curious, but I've got a special set here, and it is Hot Smoking Trash. So we've got Power Gem, Hurricane, I've got Terra Fire, and Snarl with Throat Spray as the item. Now, it does get Nasty Plot too, so if you want to run a meme set with Nasty Plot, you absolutely can. But Dragonite is going to get dropped like a stone, which is awesome. So I got the Dragonite back there because it did get a little bit of a Thunder Miss, so I was happy about that. Next Pokemon is going to be Sylveon. I went for Hurricane here. I knew that it wouldn't do a lot of damage, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And now Sylveon's going to go for a Hyper Beam. I was like, oh man, that's a pixelated Hyper Beam set. So, some of their sets have been pretty cool. They've had like a Thunder Dragonite and Hyper Beam Sylveon. Next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be Orthworm. I'm like, well, since I'm not locked into my Terra Blast anymore, since I swapped out, I can go for a Steel Beam here. The only thing I was worried about if I was going to miss, it's me. And fortunately for me, it does land, and Sylveon is going to be going down, which is excellent. So that's half the team gone so far in this battle. Now, the next Pokemon to come out is going to be Lucario. So, well, it's not like I can swap out. Lucario is going to go for a close combat, and that is the end of the Lurking Steel Orthworm. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think out of my favorite, Out of all of these, I'm trying to think. I think Dondozo is probably my favorite Titan Pokemon. Like, let me know what your favorite, Titan is in the comment section of the video. Of course, any feedback on the video and stuff like that is always welcome. Next Pokemon to try and swap in here is going to be the Great Tusk. So we got Bulk Up, Body Press, Stomping Tantrum, and Fire Fang. I've got the Booster Energy as the item, and I've got Max Health and Max Defense, Impish Nature. So this set actually kind of works around boosting its defense and attack at the same time. The Lucario is going to go for a Terra Fighting, which was a good play. But the problem is I've got max speed, I outspeed it and go for the body press, and Lucario just gets dumped to there in one shot. So that's the end of their Terra. So really unfortunate for my opponent there that they wasted their Terra like that. I guess I was expecting a ground time move, which wasn't a bad play. Next Pokemon is going to be Goodra, which is pretty good. I can go for a body press here, and the Goodra's going to have scummy water. Look how filthy that is. That's doing a 2-hit KO. Then I come up with like a Galaxy Brain idea. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to swap that out, and I'm going to go into Tatsugiri. This is the False Dragon Titan, because this set has got Storm Drain. I thought that would work quite nicely with these Pokemon that are weak to water. So getting a nice special attack rise there. I've got Draco Miss, Hydro Miss, Terra Blast, and Icy Wind Miss. And I can go for a Draco meter here. I've got the Eject Pack as the item, so I'm going to drop that Draco there, and I'm going to obviously have the Eject Pack kicking in on those actual special attack drop. Now this is a max special attack and max speed. I actually gave it Modest Nature. Now it's got the Terra type Steel, which I actually get to use in the next battle. So we're going to slide in here to Dondozo. This is a really cool Pokemon, and the last Pokemon is an unnerved Tyranitar. Like, I have to say, some of those movesets and stuff have been pretty cool. So I've got Fissure, Sleep Talk, Rest. It's a classic Pipnite meme. So here comes the Earthquake. It does nothing. Fissure is going to miss. I've got max health and max special defense. I'll go more on the Dondozo in the next battle. So we're going to Hyper Beam Tyranitar only on Pipnite's channel, and Fissure is going to land. And that, my friends, is the end of the first battle. Wow, that was really, really cool there. And the game sort of started when Fissure landed. I don't know why that happened for, but it is what it is, people. Thank you for my opponent for the battle there. There's some pretty cool sets. If any of my opponents ever watch these battles, please comment below. Always like to see what people think. So let's get on to battle number 2. This is a battle against Obi-Wan Kenobi, And first Pokemon is going to be Koraidon. So this team in the preview was just pure sweat, right? They just wanted to click A to win team, which is fine because I had a little bit up my sleeve here. So we're going to be leading with the Iron Treads. So Iron Treads, and we had Great Tusk as a version exclusive. So I thought I wanted to use like each of them. And then, so we got a Terra on the first turn. I'm trying to, I need your help here, people. I'm trying to think what I should call Terra, because in the old days, right, which wasn't too long ago, we called it Desperation Dynamax. What are we going to call Terra? Little Timmy Terra? I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of something that rolls off the tongue nicely. I haven't quite got something, but if anyone has something really nice, please let me know in the comment section of the video there. Anyway, I'm going to get roasted by a Flame Charge. This thing is a massive powerhouse at the moment. And now I'm going to go into Dondozo. So I thought I might be able to get something rolling here. So I've got Fissure, Sleep Talk, Arrest, and Noble Roar. Now the ability I'm running on this is actually Unaware. So I've got Unaware, Noble Roar as, a little bit to get around any like real crazy offensive Pokemon just like this. So I went for the Fissure there. It's going to miss. And this started setting up against me. I was kind of laughing because I'm like, that's not going to do anything. So watch how well I take this attacking move. It's a 3-hit KO, which is excellent, and Fissure is going to land, taking out the Sweaty Legendary. So a very, very quality start to the battle. A real classic Pipnite set here. That's going to be the end of the card games on motorcycles. So that's a Terra Pokemon down too. So I'm very, I could call it Terrific Terra, but that doesn't really, when someone's in a real desperate situation, right, and they have to use Terra just to stay in the battle, like we need something good, Next Pokemon's going to be Roaring Moon, and they're going to have their little ability activate. So now they're going to go for Dragonair. So clearly they haven't, figured out that I've got Unaware as the ability. Don't worry, it gets better. So they're going to get their attack and speed boost, which means absolutely squat, and Fissure is going to miss. Now, the only bad thing about this, if my Dondozo doesn't beat this, I'm probably going to get swept because this thing's going to outspeed and absolutely destroy my entire team. So something has to happen here. I do find it quite funny that Roaring Moon is flying in the air and can still be hit by ground type moves. Anyway, they're going to go for a second Dragon Dance there. And also, I did say this earlier on, it does look like Kecleon, but with wings, you know. So I'm going to go for the Rest and the Sleep Talk combination here. I'm really hoping I can roll that Fissure right off the tongue, and instead I got Rest. So, you know, it happens, people. It happens to the best of us. Anyway, it's going to fail there, and now the Roaring Moon is going to go for another Dragon Dance. Man, they really don't want to lose this battle. They really want to get those stat boosts up there. This whole time, I must admit, I was laughing a fair bit. So I was really trying to get this Fissure to land, because I thought after the second one, if I can land this is going to make the, like, you know, kind of solid. Like, I'll be pretty solid too. So go for Fissure there. It's going to miss, unfortunately. Now, the item on this was Leper Berry. So, you know, actually, Crunch looked pretty cool. So I'm going to hit by the Crunch there, and Fissure's going to miss. Leper Berry is good because I've only got one attacking move, and I can restore that, and, you know, Sleep Talk will help out for that too. So the ability is going to wear off there, and it's going to go for a second Crunch. If I don't land this turn, I'm actually going to lose, and Fissure lands on the Roaring Moon. And guess what, people? They're going to be roaring right after that salty DC, and Switch goes out the window. Man, they were angry. Oh, man, I can't believe that was absolutely perfect. Dondozo, salty rage quit. If you enjoyed this video, people, so far, make sure you do leave a like. You know what? That rage quit deserves a like. Next battle here. This is actually a really good battle. Once again, if any of my opponents do actually ever see these videos, please leave it below in the comment section. So we got a Persian lead here. It's going to go for Fake Out. I sort of guessed that. That's why I led with the Iron Treads here. So it's going to have Life Orb as its item. I was like, okay, fair enough. I don't think it can do a lot to me. Now the Persian is going to be swapping out. They could have U-turn, but let's be real. U-turn would probably do about the same as the Life Orb damage that does to Persian. Next Pokemon is going to be Donphan, and I was thinking about this one. I'm going to do a team of, like, Donphan, Iron Treads, Great Tusk, and Phanpy. What do you reckon? Would you like to see that? That'd be really cool. I was thinking about the same thing with Volcarona too, and I could include Larvesta too. That'd be a really cool team of, like, 4 Pokemon. So I'll endeavor to try and get that one in the future if people really want to see that. So I've got Steel Roller, Electric Drain, Stomping Tantrum, and Wild Charge. I was thinking about this a lot. I'm like, let's go for Steel Roller since I've got the Electric Drain up. It did quality damage to Donphan then. Donphan's, you know, fairly bulky Pokemon, and now this set is all based around actually getting a defense boost and an attack boost. So I've got Electric Seed as the item, which will activate as soon as Electric Drain is up, as well as Quark Drive too. So a double little boost there. I think it's kind of nice. So I'm going to be swapping out my Quaking Earth Iron Treads and going into my Bombirdier. So this is a flying Pokemon, so I can easily swap into that Bulldoze. So now it's like, well, it's got a little bit of health left. I wonder if Snarl will be enough to take it out. It is going to be fairly close. So go for Snarl, and Donphan just lives. Like, man, I was so close. So at least I got that special attack boost. It's just, what does Donphan have to hit me? Will I be able to live? So Donphan is going to be landing a Ice Spinner against me, and that's going to do a lot of damage, but I managed to live that, you know, reasonably well. So I can go for any attacking move here. I don't want to go for... I want to keep Hurricane and especially Power Gem and a couple other moves sort of hidden, so I just went for Snarl again at the cost of risking it. But that's fine. Donphan is now gone. So the next Pokemon to come out is going to be that Persian. Now, I know they're going to try and go for Fake Out, and I was like, well, they'll Fake Out and use whatever, like, follow-up attack and Faint Me, because Persian's got, you know, it's got a lot of speed there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out the Bombirdier and go into another Pokemon, and that Pokemon is going to be my Iron Treads again. So Iron Treads, I know, can take these attacks fairly well. So Fake Out does nothing. I was like, okay, should I go for a Wild Charge here, or should I go for Stomping Tantrum? I was thinking about go for a Terra Wild Charge. I was thinking about this a lot. I was like, man, I should do this. This would be, you know, this would be pretty nice, and I'll probably Faint myself, and then I can swap in a new Pokemon. So get this right. The opponent goes for a Terra Persian, and you wouldn't read about it. It has Terra Flying. I'm like, oh, I could have, guys. Like, this is one of those things that at the last moment, of course, I was like, you know what? I'll go for the Stomping Tantrum. It'll do a little bit of damage. So if I managed to do that, I would have got a surprise KO on the Persian, easily taking it out. It would have been, you know, Guinness World, you know, record sort of play there, you know. So go for Stomping Tantrum. So, you know, very nice there. They worked around my ground type move. But there was no way I would have known they had that. That's the thing about Terra. In some situations, there's absolutely no way you'll know and be able to predict it, which, you know, kind of makes it cool. That's the thing about Terra I quite like. So now my opponent has taken me by surprise there. A very unexpected, cool played there, it's time for me to do the same. So I was speaking about this in the first battle with Tatsugiri. This is curly form. I was thinking, you know what? Let's go for a Tetra like steel here. Now, the cool thing about this, I can resist flying if it does go for a flying move, which I'm quite confident that it will, and it also looks really funny too. So when you go for the steel type, it actually looks like the little sushi fish is about to get chopped up and put into a sushi. It has like a little axe on its head. Look at that. I thought that was hilarious. So I'm about to make some sushi. People, like another question of the day here, people, if you do eat sushi, what's your favorite sushi? I like a fire chicken teriyaki. What about you? Anyway, they're going to get hit by the flying type move, played like a fiddle. Unfortunately, I got critical hitted there, so they got a little bit of extra damage, which was unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. So dropping the Draco there on top of the Persian, and that is going to be fainting, which is excellent. So that's the end of the Terror Flying Persian. Very nice plays there from my opponent. Now, I was thinking what I can do here is, like, I can swap in my Bombirdier again. That could be a good play. And then, you know, I'm probably going to faint in this next matchup because they sort of know that I'm a special set. And, you know, I don't have my Throat Spray boost anymore. Next Pokemon is going to be Grumpig. Great to see Grumpig back and someone using it. So I've got Snarls. Like, you know what? If this is a special Grumpig set, I might be able to live the next attack. So go for Snarl. Excellent damage there. You know, Grumpig's got quite a bit of bulk to, you know. So dropping his special attack. Grumpig's going to go for Power Gem. And I actually managed to live the Power Gem due to the Snarl drop, which is really cool. So I was like, you know what? There's no way I can beat Grumpig. There's no way. So let's go for Hurricane. Get the confusion, maybe, you know, and some extra damage. Unfortunately, Hurricane is going to miss. And now the Grumpig is going to take me out with a Power Gem. In the grand scheme of things, that miss didn't matter that much at all. It didn't really matter too much, unless I got a confusion, but then again, it sort of depends what the ability the opponent was running. So going into Klawf now, I thought the time is ripe to try and faint this Pokemon. So I've got X-Scissor, which is pretty nice, and I've also got Stone Mist. Like, let's go for X-Scissor, and let's take this out. Now, the Grumpig's going to be sliding out here, and the next Pokemon to come against my little Klawf, or actually, it's not actually too little, it's a tiny Pokemon team, is the Scarlet. So that was a... If they predicted that, that was a good swap in there for sure. Very nice. I've got Stone Mist too, and I've got Crab Hammer. So like, I've got like a bunch of options here. I know that I can outspeed. This is max speed and max attack jolly nature. The Skeledirge lives the Stone Mesh and hits me with a Torch Song. So, like, this is going to be interesting. So, it does a good amount of damage to me, and now my ability is going to be activated. So, Angus Shell is going to activate like 69 times in a row here. So, like, this is actually really, really good. Now, the cool thing about running Citrus Berry on this is if you get that heal and it puts you over half health again, someone could potentially hit you below there again and give you another boost. So, you get like... You get like a double booster, like a Shell Smasher, which would be like really, really cool. So now I've got the options to go for a Disrespect X-Scissor, which I absolutely have to do. And interestingly enough, they swapped out the Skeledirge and went back into the Grumpig. I'm like, okay, that was an interesting play. I wonder why they did that. So I went for X-Scissor, and I found out why. The Grumpig had a Rocky Helmet. So I guess at this stage of the game, they were just sacking it off. And they had a really, really powerful Pokemon on their team. You'll get to see in a sec. I was really worried if I could actually even beat it. Next Pokemon here is going to be the Puppy Dog, and I'm going to go for the X-Scissor. Like, this is super effective. You know, they've used their Terror. This is going to drop pretty hard. So go for the X-Scissor there, and it lived on one health. You wouldn't read about. Like, I'll be honest, I've had no luck this battle. I feel like the RNG has all gone the opponent's way, respectively. It really has. So anyway, that's the end of Klawf, and now I'm going to go into Tatsugiri. I can go for any attacking move here, and I can just go for a Terror Blast. So Terror Blast is 100% actually too, and that's going to be a Steel type move. So go for that. I kind of wish the axes would get thrown at the same time, but it's sort of just like a ball. So that's going to be the end of the Puppy Dog there. Now, I'm going to do a updated dog Pokemon team too, like all the new ones, because I've had a couple of people ask me already, and yes, I will do that. And I may even do a cat one too, if there is enough. So, of course, the last Pokemon is going to be the most broken Pokemon ever, and we already know what move they're going to be using. So I'm going to go for Icy Wind here. I could have gone for an attacking move there, but I want to try and troll them, right? So I've got Dondozo in the back, and I'm feeling good about this. I feel like he can live that attack. So that's going to be the end of Tatsugiri there. I know that it would have lived my attack regardless, but I've got a sort of a little plan here. I do this for the memes, people. So the next Pokemon I'm going to go into is Lurking Steel. So I've got the Orthworm. I've got the Steel Beam ready to go. It's like, this will live this attack, right? So I'm going to go for this attacking move. Now, out goes the Pokemon, the very overpowered Pokemon, Houndstone, and in comes the Skeledirge here. So Skeledirge, unfortunately, is going to be able to like use this as sort of like a big health loss for me. I could have gone for another Taku. I could have gone for Earth Power there, but I thought, you know what? If they stay in, I want to do a lot of damage. So that's the end of that. The last Pokemon is now the Houndgrave, and I can go for I guess a Steel Beam again, and that should, you know, easily be enough. But I was like, now I'm at half health. I'm probably going to faint to large respects because it's very, very powerful. So that's the end of Lurking Steel Orthworm. I've got one more Pokemon left, and that is going to be the Dondozo. So I was like, okay, I've got max health, I've got max special defense, I've got unaware, not that it matters too much. I can go for my Fissure. So they've gone for the sweaty Last Resort set, Last Respect set, and Fissure misses. I was like, oh. But it didn't happen. But taking the battle to my opponent, I'd say I definitely would have won that battle if I was, you know, obviously trying to not get a Fissure KO at the end there. But regardless, it was a fun battle. I had lots of fun. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, people. Peace out.